Side of Life podcast.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome. Episode 6, entitled Energy Angels, the Power of a Positive Circle. And let me tell you, it took me a minute to figure out what I was going to talk about on this episode. And honestly, like a day and a half before it comes to me, and it's so crazy. We'll talk about that a little more inside the podcast, but I want to wish you a very safe holiday. Christmas Eve, Christmas is coming up, and I want you to be safe. COVID is still very heavy out there, and we gotta get 2021 under control. Like, we gotta get that taken care of. So be safe when you're around your family, limit the amount of people, and just wear your mask, all right? So let's move on. Oh, also, I want to say is Happy Hanukkah and Happy Kwanzaa, because not everybody celebrates Christmas. I personally don't celebrate anything, but I want to make sure you do. You are safe. All right, so let's get on to the recap of what's been happening this past week and leading up to the weekend, and even coming into this week, since we haven't talked for about a week. Last week, I started to feel a little unbalanced. I don't know if you ever get like this, but where you don't quite feel yourself, but you don't feel depressed and you don't feel like happy. You're just kind of like there. You know what I mean? So I kind of felt like that the latter part of last week, rolling a little bit into the weekend. So I just kind of was going through the motions and stuff like that. And I went down on Sunday to visit my mom, and I went to give my youngest granddaughter, Veda, her birthday present to my son. Then I went to go see my future daughter-in-law and had such a great time. I mean, that Sunday filled me with such energy that I felt a little replenished. And then I actually saw Heather too right before I went down to Catskill, and me and Heather, I think that we are somehow soul sisters, because, you know, her energy replenishes mine, and I'm sure I do the same thing for her. So we saw each other real quick, and we kind of, oh my gosh, you look cute. And just that energy that you have is great. So Sunday was great energy. My sister-in-law, we laughed, like my daughter-in-law, we talked for about like almost 2 hours, laughing and hee and kiki. I love it. Me and my mom, we had some hee kiki moments as well. It was just a great energy with women, that power of women. Now, I speak a lot about women because we do transfer energy, just like you transfer energy from anybody that you're around. But me and my husband's energy is a different energy than you get when you're around women that can replenish and just give you that boost and confidence that you may be lacking, you didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? And it's the power of that. And a lot of times in the media, in Facebook, whatever, it's always that battle of women, instead of it being feeding off of the good energy. So I just wanted to say that. So that felt great. It helped me get a little bit back on balance. So then I came home and watched Mulan. OMG. I watched it twice in one day. That's how good that was. I love that movie. I cannot wait for my granddaughters to visit so we can watch that together. Now, I watched that and I was like, that chick kicked ass. Kicked ass. And the moral was her chi, that energy that allowed her to do such incredible things. She was hiding because she was a woman and she could not fight for her country or show her ability. She had to have it hidden. I was like, what? And she came out of that. She embraced who she was and she became so great. That story was just amazing. Amazing. So then I got on this whole TV kick. And I said, well, let me see what else I can find to watch. And I downloaded the Apple TV app and I started watching The Morning Show. Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer Aniston. Oh gosh, why can't I remember his name from The Office? Michael. Why can't I remember? This is crazy. I can't believe what is his name? And I know you're yelling at me right now. Let me just go ahead and Google this. And I know it's on my brain. Steve Carell. I feel so stupid because it was right on my tip of my tongue and I just could not remember to save my life. Anyway, so I end up watching The Morning Show, another show that talked about like the power of a woman. Like all of these signs are coming at me, like, and I didn't even notice, right? So then I'm like, wow, I feel great. Yes. Been binge watching that. Feels great. So then yesterday, I normally try to record on Tuesdays. And yesterday it hit me. I'm like, I know the topic. Energy angels. Because there were some things that hit me and this weekend from several different directions. And I didn't feel equipped to handle it. You know what I'm saying? COVID is very serious. A lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people are losing confidence. Just a lot is going on. Uncertainty. So dealing with every day in life, and when you are kind of like weakened, you don't have that ability to see clearly or to fight back or protect yourself. Put your armor on. I guess that's the better way to say it. Put your armor on dealing with problems that's coming from all directions. You know what I mean? And so that Sunday, it was a charge. It got me. It got me charged. Watching the movies got me charged. And so that is what those movies and that whole experience did for me. My past week and my weekend, it gave me what I was talking about today, which I love that because it's positive and it was a learning experience that I can actually share with you. You know? Hope I'm not rambling. This is just me being me. And another thing in The Morning Show, Reese Witherspoon character is pretty transparent. She is who she is. And she said, I don't be afraid to be like this, but some people can't handle it. You got to watch it. It's just so good about just being your authentic self. Like your authentic self, even when you are at your lowest or you just feel, like Jennifer Aniston's character, just being you, just the energy that comes through just shines. And I don't know what happens further on. I think I'm at like episode 8. It could change by episode 10 and everything I'm saying to you now is bullshit. But leading up to it, I'm telling you, it's so good. You have to watch that. All right. So another thing that I did was I tried a new color. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've ever had a full root to tip color. Now, it's not my hair, of course. It's a wig, but the first time. And this is a plum color, like a darker purple red. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I just like the whole dare to be me, like something that I don't think I could do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull it off. And so I did, and I love it. I love that part of it. So you could check out the pictures up on my Facebook page, which is Sunny Mac World, or you can go to Sunny Side of Life Facebook page, the podcast show page, and you'll see the pictures. I think it's cute. And let me tell you, when I say it's laid, you see no nets. It looks like it's from the scalp. I can pull it back. It is fire. So, da, da, da. Okay, so I think that's a good recap, right? 10-minute long recap. But hopefully it got some gems out of there. So coming up in 30 seconds is What's Happening.
What's happening?
So let me just say this. I got such the energy going on right now for this podcast. I got the candle lit, some incense burning. Like, I'm really bringing that positive energy to you. Can you feel me? Well, let's get a little messy because, it's the What's Happening, and I kind of, want to unleash a little messiness that's been going on in the news. So first up, let's talk about this stimulus package. Not too in depth, just, crazy fun version. $600 check, $300 extra in unemployment. I call bullshit. Now, let me just say this. I don't agree with a lot of shit that Trump has done while being president. But one thing I can say I agree upon is that $600 is nothing. Okay, it's nothing. It's been almost a year. Are you kidding me? And $600 and $300 unemployment only up until March? That's fucking insane. So I honestly hope that goes up, because you know what? Let me move on from that. Well, now that's a little sad. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Oh, crap. Listen to this. This makes me feel like I'm lazy. I am not as dedicated to the world as this lady, but let me just say it's a blessing to have her. Her name is Renee Dixon. She is a preschool director in Indiana. Okay. She deal with the little babies. Now, this lady took on a second job to do Uber, Lyft, so that she could buy Christmas gifts for her students and their siblings. This is amazing. Now, I'm just going to read some of this article about this, and it was Washington Post article. She says, so many of our families don't have money to get Christmas presents this year. Some of the parents lost their job. Others had their wages cut back. A lot of them come from low-income families and are below the poverty line, so they are already struggling. She says she's been doing this, driving for Uber and Lyft, since November. She works from 6 p.m. until 1 or 2 a.m. on the weekdays. She worked an additional 12 hours on Saturday and 6 hours on Sunday. She said, I can't rest. These kids need me. Now, Good Morning America also picked this up, right? Since then, she's been getting some attention where I believe it was Uber. Let me just double check that. They actually contributed some money so that she was able to get toys for these kids. Not only toys, but she still provides like coats and hats and boots, clothing. She's also gifting $50 bonuses to the 12 teachers and gifts for their students' siblings. This lady is remarkable. I was trying to see if there was any information where we can try to donate something, because this is amazing. Kudos to her. I don't have any information. There's no information on how you can get in contact with her. but Uber definitely has donated. I wish Target and